What's happening, guys? This is your boy Dr. Martin. Welcome back to our second vlog once again. It is a festive season. Merry Christmas to every single one of you guys. And once again, we bring you the second version of our vlogs. And today we're speaking about a super interesting topic. And I hope and I know that you are going to love it. Today's topic is basically 5 steps on becoming a consistently profitable trader. We're not just gunning for profits. We don't just want to make money and it ends there, but we consistently want to make specific gains and amounts in the markets, because it's not just about you making the money, but it's also about how much you're able to be consistent at making whatever profits that you're actually planning on making. So I'll get to the 5 steps that I have right now. So the first point that I have on becoming a consistently profitable trader is find a method that works, because one of the biggest things that people actually don't even know is that people try to actually implement a whole lot of things that they find from the internet, and you'd find that these people actually find a lot of things that don't even make a lot of sense to them, and they actually try to implement those things onto their trading. But the very first step on becoming a profitable trader and a consistently profitable trader is making sure that you find a method that works. Make sure that you really polish yourself, make sure you understand it, make sure you know every pros and cons of the method that you're using. There is no method in the world that is not good enough. If you can put so much work into understanding whatever strategy and method you're using, I believe that you can basically get to whatever heights you want to get to. But the very foremost thing that you need to do is to make sure that you actually find a method that works for you. And this is not just about me. I mean, you can see me posting my stuff on Instagram, you can see another trader posting whatever method they're using, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that method will work for you. I remember when I started trading, I had a strategy that I was using before. This was a very common strategy in South Africa that most traders actually start using whenever they trade, and I used the strategy for a while, and then I kind of changed after being able to see profits, because then there's a guy who was using a different strategy who was making more profit than I did, and I thought to myself that this guy actually has a method that works best than my method. What I then did is that I actually tried and copied what he did and actually tried to learn his new strategy, but not knowing that, and doing that, I was actually now stopping myself from actually reaching my goals at a shorter pace of time, or like at a shorter rate. And also I was putting whatever amount of money that I had made at the time at risk, because with learning a new method, you must know that you really need to put your mind in there, you really need to test it as well. And in the process of you understanding and mastering a strategy, there will be losses that you encounter on the way before you actually understand the strategy in full. So for me, I wasted so much time looking at what other people were doing and what other guys were actually doing, and that really killed me. That really killed my consistency, that really killed my profits at the time, because I was way interested on what other people were doing instead of focusing on what I had known at the time, what had been giving me small profits at the time, and making sure that I actually grow in whatever department that I go in, so that I actually apply at the time. So the first and foremost thing is make sure that you find a method that works. If you've got a method right now that's able to give you those small profits that you're making, you see, if you're making like around $100, $500, that is still fine, because you're on your journey and on your way of actually being a consistently profitable trader. So if you have a system and you have a method that you have tested and have seen it to work, stick to it and make sure that you polish it thoroughly, and make sure that you really become a master at what you do. That's the first step that I want you guys to know, that find a strategy that works on your journey of being a consistently profitable trader. Now, the second point that I have right now is set goals. So after finding a method that works for you, you obviously want to set goals. This depends on individuals and individuals. Like, we cannot all have the same goals. I know what my goals for 2020 were, and I've actually smashed most of the goals that I had for 2020, even though I didn't really get to the max of my goals in the year 2020. But obviously I did have goals on my trading. So you really need to actually have goals, set goals for yourself, because if you set goals for yourself, then that kind of helps you kind of track your mind and actually align your mind and track your trading as well, to see if you are able to smash every single goal. Other people may actually decide that, you know what, for me, I just want to have a daily goal of actually making $50 per day. And if I make $50 a day, that's $250 a week, and that's like $1,000 per month. That's actually a goal that you can set for yourself, and make sure that you actually hit those goals as you are going. And that's gonna actually bring us onto the third point. So the second point is make sure that you set goals even as you have gotten a strategy, because in most cases people actually have a system that works but don't have goals. And you'd find that if they had goals, they wouldn't have blown so much money that they have blown. Let me make an example for you. Sometimes you can actually have a method that works, and you go into the markets, you make money, and you make money that could have bought you something that you could have planned for, and then you're able to then take the same amount of money that you had made and bring it back to the markets, take it back to the markets. So if you think about it, most people trade, a lot of people trade. You can come into the markets, make about 10,000 rands, or make about $700 to the guys in outside of South Africa, make around $700, and you'd find that the amount of money that you made right now could just be enough to get you like a PlayStation. And a PlayStation is something that you could have set your mind onto and actually plan to yourself that you want to actually buy yourself a PS4 with whatever money you're making at the time. And this actually makes you disciplined to say, if I've made this much money, that's gonna help me to be able to then smash whatever goal that I have. Then I'm able to withdraw the funds and actually go and satisfy myself with actually getting the things that I had actually planned on getting. So it's important on actually making sure that you set goals for yourself, because that actually helps you not take back money you don't have back into the markets. Because people do make money, people do make a whole lot of money. You'd find that on trading history, people actually close serious amounts, but at the end of the month they're sitting on serious negatives because they've made a lot of money this week and never withdrew the money to actually go spend on goals, and they went to the second week and spent the money they should have spent on goals and actually put it back into the markets, and they actually end up losing the amounts they would have spent on actually tackling all goals that they would have set before trading. Trading is not just something that you can go into and hope into making it some other day. Like, we don't have high hopes that one day we'll make it. Every single time we go into the markets, we go into the markets knowing very well what it is that we want. I know my end goal whilst I'm trading, that the biggest goal that I have on this Forex thing is to be able to get myself 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And if I get to that level of making that amount of money from the markets, I'm able to then take out the money and spend it on whatever it is that I have actually set my mind onto. And that helps you even on losing days to actually know that you've actually taken out money from the markets, and there's something you can actually point at and say, this is a goal that I had from the markets, and this is a goal that I was able to even achieve from the markets as well. So make sure that as you are trading, you set goals and you make sure that you tackle and you smash all goals as you trade. Now, the third point I have is have a plan. So you cannot have goals and not be able to have a system that will help you achieve the goals. And also, even when you've got the system and goals, you cannot achieve the goals without a solid plan. You need a solid game plan on how you're able to tackle all your goals. On the previous point, I mentioned that for some people, you've got monetary figures that you want to smash. For some people, they actually plan that this year, I want to make $1 million. So if you want to make $1 million, you can actually drop it down to 12 months. Each month has 20 trading days. Each day has about 24 trading hours. So you're able to then break down the goals that you have and actually structure down a plan and a system that can help you achieve the goal. So if you are a person that is able to work from the morning, you can actually start and modify your plan from a person that works in the morning. If you are able to work in the afternoons, you can actually start doing that and actually set yourself into having a plan that's going to allow for you to trade in the afternoons. I've heard a lot of people asking me this question that I'm a person that works. Is Forex and working able to work together? Well, all I can say to you is that if you have a solid plan that can help you actually juggle both work and Forex at the same time, then there's nothing that's going to be difficult for you. Anything and everything is possible to build if you've got a solid plan. You do know that there's beautiful buildings in the world, there's beautiful places that we know, but every single place we know wouldn't have been there if there wasn't a plan that's actually structuring whatever achievement that we see with our eyes. So people see the end results, but they don't know that behind the end results, there's a whole lot of planning that comes onto me being Dr. Martin, me trading the way I do, and everyone else that inspires you being themselves. That's because there's a solid plan behind every move that we make. And so being a profitable trader requires for you to be a person that's able to have a plan on how you're able to tackle your goals. How are you planning on making this? How are you planning on juggling whatever you have on your hands and trading? How are you planning on getting to trading and actually making it after you've got a solid system that works for you, even after you have the dreams you have? Now, how are you planning on getting to where you want to get to? So if you want to get to a point where you own like an SVJ like myself, you need to have a plan on how you are going to get to that point. You cannot get there if you don't have a plan. So really make sure that as you are on your journey of being a consistently profitable trader, you have a solid plan. If the plan is not there, then you cannot get there. And again, remember that even if you can fail along the way, but if you've got the plan, you can always go back to the plan and look at how you're supposed to build, and that can help you get to where you want to get to. Now, the fourth point I have is follow your rules. Now, if you're following the steps that I'm talking about, like, you're able to then kind of create a system in your head that's able to kind of work with your own personality. So the first thing is you want to have a system. The second thing is you want to set goals. The third thing is you want to have a plan. Now, and the fourth one is that you cannot have a plan that doesn't have rules. For everything that you plan down, there will be rules and regulations of that particular plan you have. So for you to make sure that you are profitable, it's not just about you setting your rules. It's not just about you making a plan. It's not just about you setting your goals, not just about you having a system that works, but it's all about you following your plan. The one and biggest mistake that people make in Forex is that they go beyond their plans, they go beyond their systems, and this is why people fail. You'd find that someone says, okay, on this $100 account, I'm going to risk $1 per trade, or like a percentage per trade. And when they are now supposed to be applying what they have planned, then you find that people are actually failing at it because they are not following the set of rules that they make. Now, this is how your mind works. As you sit down to structure your life and your journey towards being a consistently profitable trader, there's certain things that your mind is going to jot down that make sense according to your own situation. Now, as you are trading, you are not in your reality. You are trading in a space and a sphere of your dreams, but not in your reality. So now you have to be disciplined enough to stick to your reality and stick to your plans for you to get to your dreams and aspirations. Don't trade what you are thinking in your head, but trade what is in front of you so that you can get to where your head is. And this is where people fail, that they trade motivation, they trade inspiration. You see someone taking like $100 account to $1,000 in a day, and you're trading that. You're not trading your reality at the time, and that person is risking whatever amount they have because they've got more from where that came from. So now people don't trade according to their realities, and they trade according to anticipations and expectations they have, and that really kills people because that is not according to how people are supposed to trade. So make sure that as you are trading, you follow your plans and you follow all the systems that you have put in place to make sure that you get to where you want to get to. If you've got a plan on how you want to get there, make sure you follow it and follow every set of rules that you have put down and you have jotted down and you have actually laid out on whatever piece of paper you have or whatever system you have, and or whatever way you actually plan on having it. And make sure, guys, that you really follow what you have actually told yourself, that this is the right way for me to get to where I'm going. If you are not able to stick to your rules, how do you expect the market to actually give you what you want? Because you're not faithful to yourself. The markets cannot be faithful to you. If you are robbing yourself of whatever, I don't know, whatever it is, the market cannot be loyal to you. So stick loyal to yourself so the market can also be loyal to you. So have a plan and stick to whatever plan that you have. And the last one I have for you right now is basically strictly meant for you. I'm not talking about the person next to you or the person you're watching with or whatever. I'm talking to you. The last point I have right now is be unique. Every single trader must be unique. No two traders can trade the same. And if you understand that you're a unique trader, this can help you not pressure yourself on actually doing what others are doing, because you've got a set of rules that you have jotted down, and this is a personal journey. You don't want to be trading like me. I'm myself, and I know how I got to where I am. My brother is himself. My friends are themselves. Everyone that I look inspiration from are themselves. They are unique in their own nature. What I do is I draw inspiration from them to say, if they can do it, I can do it too. Do you see what I mean? This comes back to being unique. If they can do it, I can do it as well. Meaning that I'm basically saying to myself that, look, bro, you're unique in your own way, and you don't have to actually fit into anyone's criteria of traders. You've got your own life, you've got your own things, and the only thing that you need to do is make sure that you are yourself. This is the biggest thing that you need in being a profitable trader. You can never ever be a profitable trader if you're not psychologically strong. And being psychologically and mentally strong requires for you to actually have confidence in yourself to say that what you are doing is okay for you, not for other people. Whether you make 10,000 rands today, or whether you make 5,000 rands today, whether you make 100,000 rands today, this is all yours. You're just a unique trader. And if you can really understand that, then you can actually be able to make consistent profits. What this can actually help you from is you can see someone else making 100,000 rands a day, and you make 5,000 rands a day, and still be content with the 5,000 and be able to make profits. Because if you are not a unique trader, you will see other traders making certain profits, certain amounts. You'll come back to your small account after having closed around 7,000 on that day, and put back the 7,000 rands that you have made to actually try and be like someone else who's made 100,000 rands that day. And that is where you start making mistakes. So be content with whatever money you make. I always say this to my friends, that a whole lot of traders in the world are so profitable, they just don't know it as yet, because they see so many traders on Instagram posting big profits, and they think that that's actually it. They got to those profits on a period of time. It takes time to get to that level. It takes time to get to a level where you're able to close around 100,000 rands a day. I'm still looking at closing hundreds of thousands in dollars per day. I'm inspired by that right now, and I will not close whatever amounts I close and say, you know what, like, this is not enough because so and so made so much, let me go back and try again so I can make the same amount. I understand that that person is on their own lane, their own path. I'm also on my own journey, and so I must be very content with what I have. So you really need to be a unique trader if you really want to be a profitable trader. This is it. These are the 5 steps that you need to be a consistently profitable trader. Then you can actually break down every single point to whatever you actually want and whatever you have, and make sure that you modify here and there. But from my perspective, my experience, I've been in the game for about 3 years now, going on to the 4th year in 2021. And these are the things that I've actually observed on the journey to say that if you really want to be a strong trader who's consistently making profits, these are the attributes and these are the things that you really need to understand. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure that you like the video. First of all, leave a comment. Make sure that you let us know what you think. Give us ideas and topics that you'd like us to tackle. And again, make sure that you click the subscribe button. If you do have Instagram, which I know you do, if you do have Facebook, which I know you do, WhatsApp, make sure that you click and copy the link and share this video so that more other traders can also be inspired by the video. Thank you so much, guys, and we are signing out.